Tommy, I want to unveil something cool we did to one of our trucks. It's a big deal, I think.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. So we've completely transformed one of our long-term test trucks. So we buy these trucks for typically a few months to a year long worth of testing. But we bought something that we almost never buy, a truck in a certain color.
Yeah, so usually when we film any vehicle, right, the black exterior color, although it looks cool if you want to buy it for your own purposes, on camera it doesn't look so good.
Well, it reflects the videographer, it reflects the camera, and it really just
And it hides some lines.
Yeah, it blends into the background, and it's just not good for video.
Right, but Roman and I, several months ago, this was December, we went out and purchased a used Ford Ranger in black.
Yeah, that's right. So we wanted to do some testing on a Ford Ranger. We also, of course, full disclosure, wanted the tax write-off ability of having a truck over 6,000 GVW.
Yeah.
So we found this Ford Ranger on the lot and bought it.
Yeah, well, here's what happened.
Well, there it is, Andre. The
Yes.
brand new TFL, I'm going to call it Midnight Max.
It is a Ford Ranger, but it's not new.
It is not new, no.
It's used, but it's almost new.
Yeah, so we looked far and wide, and at the end of this video, we'll tell you how much we paid for it, but this is actually a 2019 Ford Ranger with only, get this, 4,000 miles. So why don't you show them around?
This is actually an XL, which is a base truck with an STX package, so it's a little bit dressed up. It also apparently has, what do they call it, midnight package?
It's a midnight package. That's why I want to call it Midnight Max.
Well, this engine bay is not really pretty, of course, but it's a 2.3 liter straights 4 turbocharged engine, 270 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. This engine they also use in the Bronco, right? And several other vehicles. 10-speed automatic, and it should be relatively efficient. It's rated at 24 highway, dude.
Well, 2023 is also the year of the midsize truck.
Right.
So this Ranger will help us a lot, but we wanted to spruce it up. We wanted to make it our own. We wanted to make it distinct, and we had this idea. So graphics.
Yeah, now we considered like a full color change, right? We determined where we weren't going to paint the truck because that's
Right.
really expensive and you
Yeah.
have to paint in the door jambs and under the hood, and it's really just time consuming. So we looked at wrapping as an option, not like pew, pew, pew,
DJ,
but like vinyl wraps. That's right on.
we're bad rappers.
And we've got a great partner who we've done a bunch of wraps with. So we looked at a full color change where you take the entire exterior and make it like white or red or yellow or green.
Yes.
But we decided not to.
But no, there's something, classic stuff is really popular these days. We did a Tacoma Baby Yoda with a kind of a classic graphic package on that. But Ford also has a classic graphic package they used to call Sunset. And in the 70s, full-size Broncos, the Ranger trim was one of the vehicles they had the Sunset graphic on. Basically multiple colors kind of blending into each other. And so, should we start walking into the garage now?
Well, yeah, I want to kind of show and kind of talk about why this was so special. This was a really cool idea, and here you can kind of see a good look at it. But it was basically multi-tone. It looks very retro. It was on the Ranger package,
Yes.
which is cool. So you could get like an F100 Ranger or a
Yeah,
Bronco
or
Ranger.
Bronco Ranger, yeah.
Now, of course, it's its own model.
Yes.
But yeah, let's go walk into the studio, and we can kind of take a look at this.
Yeah, and talk more about it. So, you talked about price.
Yeah.
That's very important for us, of course. And it's probably important to you if you want to make your truck a little bit more custom to what you want to do. You don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to make it special.
Sure, and this is not like a small amount of money, but it's a pretty cool and very visual way to change the entire appearance of your truck.
Yes. So here it is. It's a 2019 Ford Ranger Crew Cab 4x4 FX4
Oh, yeah.
STX XL.
Should we show them?
Okay, let's
All right.
let's do it.
Let's give it a go.
And I also want to show it outside
Oh,
in
yeah.
the sun.
Look at that. Andre.
Ta-da! Bam!
Woo, well, that came out awesome, dude.
What do you think? Isn't it awesome? Let us know what you think in the comments below. So, we worked with Shane from Innovation Installations. So, Shane is a local dude here in Denver area, and he does excellent work. He's been doing it for over 20 years, maybe 25 years. So, you can buy like cheap decals
Yes.
on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
Well, here's the thing. So the original Ford package from the 70s was actually an add-on sticker, essentially, right? So it would roll out the line, and then someone would add on this applique, and then it was cut to meet the vehicle. However, we couldn't get this sticker for a 2019 Ranger. So in theory, you could do all the measurements, and you could print it out, but if it's off by even like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch, you're going to end up with a sticker that doesn't fit the body lines. So what we ended up doing was actually printing out
Our own design.
Yeah, 4-color design on these square sheets, and then Shane had to go through and hand cut this gap along the fender flare, along the body line here. And this is very similar to what Ford did, right? So it never actually touched any of the body lines on the 70s design. It kept this little breathing room.
Yeah, and so we spent some time actually designing this, and I was talking to Shane. These colors were difficult to kind of match, right? Because each color has kind of its own look. And actually he said when he first printed a sample of the brown, it didn't come out right. So he had to print it multiple times. So this actually took a lot of doing.
Wow. Yeah, it came out great though. I mean, we probably could have done it a little smaller in different spots. We could have done it even bigger. And then we also looked at doing this design on the hood, but it looked kind of goofy. So I went with the solid orange racing stripes.
Yeah.
And then these also follow the contours of the hood bulge on the Ford. And of course, Ford is known for their kind of racing stripes on their Mustangs and the like, and their Ford GT. So this is kind of a cool throwback to that.
And you also actually told us originally, before we actually did this, to make this into a Tremor, right? So Tremor has its own graphics now, and we decided to go our own way. We didn't want to make it a Tremor. And by the way, the classic trucks were really slab-sided, right?
Right.
Their fenders were very flat, so Shane had to, like you said, contour and make sure that this is just done just right.
And you can see too, even cut around like here, the Ranger SXT or STX bezel here. So it looks really, really good. Now, it's a pretty expensive job though. What did the materials and the labor cost, Andre?
So the materials were just over $1,000, so about $1,200 to actually, get the design that we kind of worked on together, and then actually printing the material itself,
Right.
on a very high quality vinyl. And also installation, of course, is extra. So it was just under $2,000 to do the truck like this.
Yeah, and I mean, the key here is, right, like if you could buy these as ready to add stickers, right, like it would be a lot more affordable, but all this had to be custom printed, and those jobs get pretty expensive.
And these lines also between the doors, we had to get right.
Yeah, right, and then you can see like it works into the gas flap here, which is pretty cool.
And by the way, we left the tailgate alone.
Yeah?
If you're wondering, did we change the tailgate? No, we did not change it. We can still do something else here.
But I think overall it looks really good. Do you want to pull it outside? We can look at it in the light.
Do you want to open the door?
Oh, yeah.
And we'll show the camera and how the light hits it.
For sure. Now, one thing we probably should look into, right, is the STX and a much more affordable version of the Ranger. And the wheels are looking a little dopey now. So they have kind of these alloy design, but with these black wheel covers. And to kind of complete that 70s look, I think what we should do is like a set of chrome mags or something, right? Or slotted mags, or maybe the drilled ones. But something shiny, something very round in the motive. And then I think it'd be cool to add like a bed bar with maybe some KC highlights sticking up on top of the roof. That's a really great look. Well, yeah, look at that. It looks pretty good in the sun. Very, very retro cool. Yeah, that puppy definitely needs some chrome wheels on there. Andre, it looks good.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Isn't this cool?
I'd say they came out really, really well. So I was just saying, I think we should do like some kind of bed bar here, and then like with chrome KC highlights on the top,
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
I
be
think
cool?
that would be another cool addition. By the way, we already kind of showed this in previous videos, but these are actually removable, but you guys wanted us to keep it. So right now we're keeping these wheel covers on, but like you're saying, you could change the wheels up a little bit and make it even more special.
And maybe we'll run a poll if you guys want to see like the bed bar or like chrome wheels or dark wheels or whatever. We'll have some options like these side steps in a chrome design would be cool. It'd look very 70s, right? I think you kind of got to glitz this thing up to make it more retro.
Yeah, and we're doing other performance testing with this truck. I just did a crazy towing test.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Towing really, really heavy with this guy. It's an FX4, so I think we'll be doing more off-roading. So check it out, otfl.com. We're going to be doing a lot more.
And the fun thing too is we bought this truck with 4,000 miles on it,
Yep.
right? What are we up to now?
Oh, come in and see it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Here, I can even just take the camera, Andre. In the course of what, a month?
In the course of a couple months.
9,335 miles.
So we actually more than doubled
Yeah,
the miles in a couple months.
that's wild, dude.
Yeah. Because also Alex and Case took this to Los Angeles
Yep.
to get some motorcycles. That's on the bike channel. And the reason why the MPG is so low, you see that?
Yeah.
10.2, is because I just returned from my towing trip.
Oh,
So that's why.
that's why. Well, guys, let us know if you think that this truck came out pretty cool. We always read your comments. And if you guys want to kind of be involved in the TFL community, check us out on Patreon. We always love your support, and we always answer all your truck and car and anything related questions on Patreon.
And also check out TFLBits.com. You could sell your used or new truck or SUV right there on TFL Bits.
Yeah, we got some great listings this week, including a really, really cool 2000 Land Rover Discovery 2, and my Mini Cooper GP is up there if you want to own a piece of our TFL family.
All right, thanks a lot.
See you guys.